Okay, so hi guys, I'm Jonah. I'm come back. And before episode, I promise that in the next episode, I will provide all of you some common commercial clause. Right? Today is the first episode. I would like to talk about some common commercial provisions or clauses. Right? Today I would like to provide all of you three common commercial clause. The first one is cost and expense. The second one is about the amendment and variation. And the last one is about assignment and novation, right? Okay. Now come and we will go from 1 to 3. I will give all of you some simple explanation, and then I will give the example related to those clause, right? The first one is cost and expense. Cost and expense is slightly different, right? The cost is generally refers to legal fees, right? How about the expense? Isn't it slightly different? Is used generally refers to the expenditure, right? Expenditure dealing with working with regulatory authorities, for example, apply in the certification or registration. Okay, maybe in a transport, right? Transport to go to a place to another place to negotiation to crafting to draw off the contract is expense, right? So it is generally by in the who are responsible for paying them, and what can be to pay, what consequences for failing to pay, right? I will give you one example related to cost and expense. Each party shall bear its own legal cost and other cost or expense arising in connection with the drafting negotiations or execution of this contract. Okay, and we move to the next coming commercial clause. Is about the amendment and variation, right? Amendments and variation is essentially specified in the context. It may be stipulated about whether the amendments is permitted or not, and if yes, what procedure should be followed if the amendment or variations take place, or when amendment or take place, whether the consensus of other party is required or not, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you one example related to amendment and variations, right? No amendments and variations shall take effect unless unless it is made in writing or assigned by authority, author, authoritative representatives of each of the parties, right? You know, amendment and variations shall only take effect if if this amendment and variations is consented by the other party in writing, and correct. And the last one about I think is the best one of them. The last one is about assignment and novation, right? No, assignment is maybe we transfer and rights and obligations are a third party. Innovations is refers to a party, right? Transfer uh, own of each right obligation to a third party. right? Making, right, this transfer make a new arrangement between the other party and the transferee. Okay. And this arrangement is required the consent of transferee and the other party. Okay. I will use example. For example, party A, party B, right, assist the old contest, but the party A want to transfer all its rights and obligation to a third party. Okay. This arrangement become the party B, and transferee will be occurs, right? And this arrangement need to be requires the consent of party B, party A, and the third party, right? This clause dealing with which who is central to assign. What can be assigned? Okay, as whether or not the consensus of other party, right? The consensus of other party, right? I'm gonna to give you the example related to assignment and novation. Okay, if the right, I want to give you neither party, right, may assign, delegate, right, subcontract, or otherwise transfer any or all of its rights and obligation to a third party without the prior writing consent of the other party, right? So in this case and under this provision, if party A want to transfer the rights and obligation to a third party, the party this arrangement between the party A and the third party need to the consent, the writing consent from the party B. Okay, if the party B doesn't consent, right, doesn't agree, the party A cannot transfer all of its rights and obligation to a third party. Okay, so I wanna remind you three commercial clause. The first one is cost and expense. The second one is second one is amendment and variation. The third one is assignment and novation. Okay, I have that three. I have the three common clause will be useful for you to wrap the context order of the context, especially is maybe the kinds of context is shared trace arrangement. Okay, thank you, bye bye, see you in the next episode.